Guys, welcome back to the channel. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing well. I'm doing kind of a different kind of video today. We're not doing physical media, but we are doing something that's movie related. This kind of falls in line with a couple years ago I did a video where I made a Jason Voorhees mask. This is kind of along those same lines, just kind of doing something that I want to try to make for my Halloween studio for this spooky season. And it's something that I've wanted to do a couple of times. I wanted to try it last year and never did it, but I think I'm going to try it this year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cutting board, I'm going to use the back side of it, and we are going to make a Halloween slash Michael Myers collage on here, and just have hopefully have something look really, really cool. We're going to put some acrylic on it. Sorry, I can't talk. To make it nice and shiny, hold everything down. As you can see, I kind of have like some markings on here, this and that. I was kind of putting a few things on there to try to get some ideas how stuff might fit. But it doesn't matter that I marked that on there because I'm going to be painting that thing black anyway. Gives it more of the look that I'm looking for. It's, even though there will be a bunch of pictures and collage stuff on there covering all that up, regular wood like that just doesn't look nearly as cool as black does. So we will be painting that thing black. I'm just waiting. I did some photos. I got some photos that I sent into Walgreens that I'm going to have printed off. So those will be available, or I'll be able to go get those a little bit later tonight. Then I got to swing into Target, got to pick up some stuff for this project. And, yeah, so I'm going to hopefully make this boring, cutting board look very, Halloween and very cool looking. Never done this before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. But I just thought it would be kind of fun to try it. So in a little bit, my photos will be ready. We're going to head out, get that stuff, go to Target, and then we're going to get started. Let's get going. All right, so I'm sitting in the Target parking lot. I have to run in and grab something else for this project. I just got the photos. I looked at them. Some of them look really, really good. Some of them not so good, but good enough. I think they'll work. I honestly don't know if I have enough variety to make the whole thing work. I may have to print off some more photos. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I was happy with the way that it turned out. The one piece that I want to be my centerpiece, I got is kind of a bigger photo, and I think I might have to go a little bit smaller because I think it's a little too big for what I'm trying to do. I'm not 100% sure, so I may have to pick up a few other photos. But other than that, I got a good start. So let's get back to the house, and let's get started. All right, guys, good morning. It is the next morning. I was hoping to get started on that thing last night. It just didn't really happen. I was kind of tired. But I got to head back out today because when I got my photos last night, I realized there was one or two photos that were very key that I needed in this collage, and I forgot to have them printed. So I had to have those printed. I found some better quality images of some of the images I already printed out, so I'm going to print those out so I can have hopefully better images on some of those photos. Not all of them, just the ones that I really think are super important, that I really want to look really good. And then my middle image, that was my center, like, focus point of the collage, I was right, was just way too big. So I printed a smaller one off, it might be too small. I don't know. It's kind of hard to find the right size. So hopefully it works out. So we're going to head back to Walgreens. I got to go pick up those photos. And then I have to head over to Walmart because Target didn't have any of the polyacrylic that I needed. And I need some brushes, some paint brushes. So we're going to head back out. And hopefully after we do this, we can finally get started. Let's hit the road. Got my photos and look at this. They saw movies. Alright guys, well it is a couple of days later. I was hoping to have this done like 2 days ago, but with work, I just haven't really had a chance, but we're going to work on this today. So I got my cutting board right here. I got some black paint, some Mod Podge, some paint brushes and stuff like that, and some polyacrylic. And I got all my photos over there. I got a bunch of them. I got to kind of cut them and sort them and go through there and see what is actually going to go on this collage. But first things first, we can't have this thing looking like this. Let's paint it black. right, guys, well, we are done. I actually finished this a couple of days ago, but I wanted to put all the layers of the polyacrylic on this before I showed it off, and it had to dry and all that. So I actually was done with this a couple of days ago. But I'm showing it off now because it's finally done. I think it turned out pretty good. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before. So this was a whole new experience for me. I've learned some ways that I think I can improve if I was to do something like this again. But let me just show off the final product here. And this is it. I thought it turned out pretty good. Before I did this, I went on to Canva, and I kind of did an outline on Canva. So I did that, and then I took a screenshot of that picture, had Walgreens print out that picture. So I did kind of have a guideline photo kind of sitting next to me while I was doing it. So it's not like I just made this up on the spot. I kind of had an idea about a week before I decided to do this, kind of how I wanted it to look. So I knew what kind of photos that I wanted to print off and everything. But here, I'm going to put it up a little bit closer so you guys can kind of just get a look at it here. There you go. Like I said, I was pretty happy with it. The one thing that I did learn that if I was to do this again is not to overlap the photos so much on some of these. Some of these, like, you can do it like a little bit, but some of these I think I kind of went up a little too far in the photo. And it kind of leaves these bumps in. Maybe I'll put another thing of polyacrylic on it again or something. Maybe it'll smooth it out a little bit, because these up here are all pretty smooth, and this here is nice and smooth. But some of these photos that are overlapping and stuff, they kind of stick up. But it's just going to be in my studio in the background. I don't think anybody's going to notice the imperfections with it sitting in the back of my studio. But yeah, like I said, overall, I am very happy with the way this turned out. I saw somebody do this with like a horror collage that they did on like an old coffee table, and I was like, that's a cool idea, I want to do that. And luckily at work I was able to get this cutting board actually for free. It's a cutting board that's been sitting in our department forever and nobody uses it. Actually, I think it was supposed to be for sale years and years and years ago, and it's been kind of just sitting in one of the little closets for years and years. So my boss was like, you can just have it. So it was very nice of him to donate that. One thing, too, that I noticed is that the polyacrylic kind of took some of the paint off here. I don't know if you can really see that there, but I started putting it on there and it started wearing off the paint a little bit, so I might have to touch that up. But, yeah, other than that, I was very, very impressed with the way that this turned out. But, yeah, guys, spooky season. I mean, we're halfway through August here. Once we hit September, at least for me, that's when I really start hitting up the horror movies. This is a good way to kind of do an early kickoff to my spooky season. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for you. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you guys like what I'm doing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like stuff like this? Do you want me to do any other horror to stuff like this, or any other collages? Have you done anything like this? Do you have any ideas? Because this was kind of fun. It kind of, like I said, it's not physical media, but it is movie related, horror movie related. I thought it was a perfect little thing to do right before we start getting into spooky season here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.